good, everybody? Thank you all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate it. Y'all, I wanted to come down here real quick to talk about a couple of hot topics. Really, some Bravo hot topics. First, we're going to start with Phaedra Parks. Okay, so this weekend was the 77th Annual Emmy Awards, and Phaedra was in attendance. They were held in LA while Phaedra was there. She made a video kind of throwing shade at Angela, so here we go.
Godfather of Atlanta, but now that I'm in LA, honey, I guess I'm getting ready to be the godfather of the Emmys because I'm taking over Access's social. So that means I'll be doing interviews, playing games, and I'm actually invited, Angela, and I don't see you in the room.
Wait a minute.
We'll talk about that later. So tune in to see me on Sunday, but tune in to Access's social so you can see all of the greatest moments of the Emmys because I'll be around a lot of A-listers, unlike some of my girls in Atlanta.
Angela is a good sport. Angela ended up replying. Angela said, "Hi, my invitation was lost in the mail. I just confirmed. Congratulations, Phaedra. You are truly the godfather." I don't know. You can never really tell with Phaedra whether she's serious or not. But she didn't really eat like she think that she did. Like Phaedra said, Phaedra was there for Access Hollywood, and she was on the red carpet. But Phaedra was there as a worker. Access Hollywood had Phaedra on the red carpet as one of the workers. She wasn't there as talent. You can only throw this in somebody's face, Phaedra, or you can only say this to Angela if you was actually there as talent. You was there as a worker. When Angela is in these rooms, she's not working. She is there because she is married to an NBA legend, which is Charles Oakley. Okay? Phaedra was married to an ex-con. Those are two totally different girls. It would be different, and Phaedra would have a leg to stand on if she was Garcelle. Garcelle was at the Emmys, but Garcelle wasn't at the Emmys as a worker. Garcelle was at the Emmys as talent. They didn't have Garcelle outside in the sun and sweating and stuff, begging people for interviews. Garcelle did do an interview with Phaedra. She did show Phaedra some love while she was out there sweating. You know what I'm saying? And I will give it up to Phaedra. Phaedra did look good. Phaedra did look good on the red carpet. Sweat looked good on her. Shout out to Phaedra for working at the Emmys, her getting a little job at the Emmys or whatever. And shout out to Nene too. Nene did the after show. I don't think the husbands for Access Hollywood. Nene did the after show for E. And on Garcelle, Garcelle was there. Garcelle looked good. This is the best that we have seen Garcelle in a minute. She did give an update on her life as she left the Housewives. She said that she's thriving now that she has left Bravo.
Girl.
She's claiming that she's working a lot on a lot of other projects and she does not miss the Bravo camera. Now, I also want to give a shout out to Garcelle, a slight shout out to Garcelle. I do think that Garcelle did what you're supposed to do as a housewife. If we're being honest, Garcelle was not booked and busy like y'all claim that she was. She was not a legend. She's not an icon.
Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that.
She was a person with a few short-lived gigs in Hollywood. Shout out to Nene Leakes. She had a few short-lived gigs in Hollywood, and because she was the only Black housewife on Beverly Hills, y'all blew her up. But what she did with the platform, she used Bravo and the platform to get herself back out there, and now she is starting to work more. She also told us that both of her sons now are driving. The twins, they're both driving now. So she said that she wanted to spend more time with the kids, but now that they got cars, she never really see them anymore. Okay? So shout out to Garcelle. Also, two of my favorite reality shows are coming back. This is a good season. I'm excited. We got Salt Lake City coming up. We got Real Housewives of Potomac coming up. One of my favorite shows, Reasonable Doubt, is coming up. And then later on this year, we're going to be seeing Kimora Lee Simmons. Life in the Fab Lane is back.
Yes.
It had nothing to do with how bad it makes me look. It had everything to do with the fact that
I used to love Kimora Lee in Life in the Fab Lane. I watched every episode. Kimora is one of my faves. There had been a point in time when everybody was asking Kimora Lee to join the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And I'm thinking to myself all the time, you know, do I think that Kimora will get on the Housewives and cut up? Yeah, but why would she get on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills when she had her own show?
What kind of whore does that?
That's like a down step for Kimora Lee. We're going to talk about Sanya Richards later, but Sanya Richards, she also had a show as well. I don't think that Sanya Richards' show was on E. Sanya Richards' show was on WeTV. But Kimora had Life in a Fab Lane, and I don't even know why the show is not here anymore. But I think it would be a downgrade for her to be on the Real Housewives. You know, some of the girls, I don't want to see them as housewives.
I'm sorry. I have to be honest about it.
Some of the girls, I don't really want to see them as housewives. But yet she had her own show. Remember, Kimora Lee Simmons, she was a real model. She was a real supermodel, not some made up accomplishments like y'all do for some of the other girls on Beverly Hills. But according to Kimora Lee Simmons, and I saw the commercial, I saw the trailer, I would play it. I don't think that I could play it, but Life in the Fab Lane with Kimora Lee Simmons will be back on E in December.
Amen.
Since we haven't seen Kimora on Life in the Fab Lane, she has had 3 more children. Well, she had 2 more children and adopted one. So she had 2 children when we last seen her. Now she got 5. Okay, I believe that she is single now, going through a divorce. So we'll see. But I'm really interested in seeing what Kimora Lee got on because you got a lot of stuff over there. And I'm pretty sure we'll get some clips here and there from Jesse and Delilah, which is Kim Porter's children, because she is their godmother. Then we also got Iyanla. Y'all know I love Iyanla Fix My Life. I watched Iyanla Fix My Life every episode. Iyanla really had me doing my work. And I love to see Iyanla having people doing their work. So Iyanla Fix My Life, she said that she really was tired of reality TV and she needed to rest. But it seems like Iyanla Fix My Life is making a comeback.
Major. You lying to me.
I've been saying for years that we need Iyanla back on TV. And so someone on Instagram wrote in the comments to Iyanla, we need you back on TV again. And Iyanla wrote, well, your wish may be granted in 2026. Stay tuned. And I hope that it's back because I love me some Iyanla. Okay? She is good TV. Every time I see things happening online, I want to see Iyanla. It would be, I can't even think, it's been so many scenarios that I can't even that I can't even think of right now where I felt Iyanla could have came in and shook some shit up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm interested in seeing my girl on TV.
I can't wait.
Let's talk about Sanya Richards Raw. Some of y'all met Sanya Richards on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I met Sanya Richards through track and field. Now, while she may be one of the worst housewives that we ever seen, in track and field, she was undeniable. Sanya Richards was that girl, okay? Now, as Sanya Richards mentioned on the show, Sanya Richards held the American record for the 400 meters, which was 48.70 seconds. And that was up until maybe an hour ago. Earlier today at the World Championships that are being held in Tokyo, Japan, Sanya Richards' 19-year-old American record was broken by Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone with a time of 48.29 in the semifinals of the 400 meters. It is so special because it was actually 19 years to the date that Sanya Richards broke the American record. Sanya Richards is also an amazing track and field commentator. Had it not been for her just giving birth not too long ago, I'm pretty sure that she would have been trackside. But Sanya was watching the race just like the other track and field fans, and she congratulated Sydney in an IG post. She ended up writing, on the 19th anniversary of one of my greatest track and field accomplishments, the great Sydney McLaughlin 16 takes it. Super proud of our legacy and hers. Shout out to Sanya Richards for being a class act and congratulating Sydney and holding the American record for 19 years. I'm sure there was no easy feat. And shout out to Sydney. This is Sydney's first year competing globally in the 400 meters. She usually runs the 400 meter hurdles, but she has done everything that you can do in the 400 meter hurdle. She broke the world record in the 400 meter hurdles probably 4 or 5 times. She has 2 Olympic gold medals. She has a world championship medal. So there was literally nothing else she can do with the 400 meter hurdle. She done turned the 400 meter hurdles every way but loose. She done everything you could do there. I really think that Sydney should be the face of U.S. track and field because her resume actually backs it up. But that's another story. I can argue with that all day. With Sydney's 48.29, she now has the fastest 400 meter time for a woman this year, and she advances to the finals, which will be held tomorrow morning. There has only been 2 other women that has ran faster than Sydney in history. And the truth of the matter is, Sydney didn't even look like she was running full out. So that final is going to be something to see because a lot of people didn't think that Sydney would be able to leave the 400 meter hurdles and rise to the top of the ranks of the 400 meters, which is kind of crazy to me. I know that a lot of people say there's patterns that you run with the 400 meter hurdles, but in my head, I'm thinking that if Sydney can run 50 seconds in 400 meters and jumping over 10 hurdles, I think that she surely can break the world record if allowed the time to do so, because she doesn't have 10 barriers that she has to jump over. Because some girls can't even run the 400 meters in 50 seconds, or they barely touching 49 or 48. Now, those girls who actually held the world record, you know, I don't know. I'm calling those records into question because of those girls from Russia looked like they was running full speed. Okay, and them girls looked it dope up. Okay, but I ain't gonna do all that or whatever. Okay, y'all. Again, shout out to Sydney. I can't wait to watch the finals. I'm rooting for Sydney. You know I'm going USA all day. That's all I got for right now, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Are y'all excited to see Kimora Lee back in the Fab Lane? And do y'all want to see Iyanla back on TV? Let me know in the comments. But thank y'all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate the love and support, and I'll see y'all later. Adios.